forget. Never forget. The blessing that we have to be part of this great state and to serve. In Jesus' name we pray.
Thank you. Region 6 Honor Guard, outstanding job. Gallardo, thank you. Captain Carpenter, thank you very much. You've been there for us for a lot of time. Thank you so much for what you do. At this time, I'd like to introduce Interim Regional Director Philip Ayala, who's going to have a few words.
Good morning. We join with family, friends, and colleagues to honor a great man, a courageous trooper, to pay the ultimate price to safeguard the safety of the race. As most everyone knows, law enforcement is a challenging career. It's fraught with challenges, risks, as they daily as their work. Police officers make sacrifices. Not everyone has what it takes to be a police officer. It's a job that puts them at risk or puts public safety's needs above their own at all costs. It's clear the law enforcement profession is more than just a job under the collar. It is our great honor today to recognize that their selflessness and bravery and dedication to him, so his name will always be remembered by the people of Texas that he sacrificed to protect us. I also want to recognize the Nipper family. You've given so much. We thank you for your continued sacrifices and bravery. You will always be remembered, and you will always be a member of our family. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
Before we get started going any further, I'd like to thank a few more people here. Several members of the Bell County, ranging from the Commissioner's Court, thank y'all. Sheriff Lange, thank you. Many members of the Killeen Police Department, many other local agencies. I'd like to take a special minute to thank the Temple Police Department. During our tough situations that we went through the last little while, Temple has been there for us and helped us tremendously during that time. I just wanted to tell you thank you again. We appreciate y'all very much. This time, I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Director Steve McCraw. He began his time with the Texas Department of Public Safety in 1977, and ended up with the FBI for a little while, then went to the governor's office. Now he's back with us. He's been our director since 2009. Director McCraw. Please.
It's appropriate that there's noise in the background. That noise is freeway noise. Interstate 35. So Senior Trooper Tom Nipper, every day, protect the state trooper, the first protector. He was there to deter crime, crashes. He was there to prevent crime and interdict criminals. He was there to respond to anything. It didn't matter where it was. It could be in the Rio Grande Valley, it could be in Laredo, any given day, or it could be in Houston. Trooper Nipper served his state and served the community in an outstanding manner. We're very blessed to have him, and we'll always and we'll never forget Trooper Nipper. He's a tremendous patriot and a tremendous hero of the Department of Public Safety. And Tammy, you are too. And what this is about is you and your family. And we draw strength from you and your sacrifice and how you handled this tragic ordeal and lost someone that meant so much to you and to your children. We're very blessed to have you as a family member now and forever. And for our extended family, the Regional Director Philip Ayala mentioned, local law enforcement. In fact, the sheriff's here, the police department's here, and it means a lot. And you're first protectors too. And you have our backs, and we try to have your back. Now I'd like to introduce Representative Shane Shine. And the reason I want to mention him or discuss it, because this representative is not there just for the community, he's there for the state of Texas. And we are blessed. Every trooper, every special agent, every Texas Ranger that risks their lives daily, and every law enforcement officer that risks their lives is fortunate to have this leadership in the state capitol because he cares deeply about the men and women that serve the state and serve the country, and we're fortunate to have them. At this time, I'd like to introduce Representative Shine. Amy, this is an important day for the officers here to show their love and respect for your husband. And I see you sitting there with your family, holding his hand, and I cannot thank you enough for being the wife to a senior trooper who provided such great service for our community. To the men and women in uniform here today, law enforcement officers, first responders, thank you for your service. You are the reason why we have safety, security in our communities, and you put your lives on the line every day, and we appreciate that. I appreciate that as well. I have a resolution from the House of Representatives that I'd like to read and make a presentation to Ms. Nipper. Words cannot express the sorrow that's felt at the death of Senior Trooper Thomas Patrick Nipper of the Texas Department of Public Safety. He lost his life in the line of duty on November the 4th, 2017, at the young age of 63. Tom Nipper was born in Waltham, Massachusetts on March the 17th to Tommy Lee Nipper and Rose Nipper after graduating from Copperas Cove High School in 1973. He earned his associate degree in criminal justice from Central Texas College. He began his career in law enforcement as a police officer in Nolanville, and he went on to serve at the Coryell County Sheriff's Office and with police departments in Hereford, Texas, Belton, Texas, and Gainesville before entering the Department of Public Safety Academy, where he graduated in 1982. And over the course of his 3.5 decades with DPS, Trooper Nipper earned the respect and admiration of his fellow officers, and he was presented with many awards and commendations, including a Field Major's Award for his rescue of an abducted child. Tom Nipper shared nearly 40 years of matrimony with the former Tammy Beasley, and he was the proud father of 3 children, Michael, Amy, and Laura. He delighted in watching the Dallas Cowboys and in hosting weekend barbecues for his family and friends, and he was a self-described geek who enjoyed visiting his local hobby shop and was fond of quoting Spock's famous salutation to Star Trek, "Live long and prosper." A devoted family man, a true friend, and a dedicated peace officer, Senior Trooper Tom Nipper leaves behind a record of service that will continue to inspire all those who knew and loved him. So therefore be it resolved that the tribute being paid today to the life of Senior Trooper Thomas Patrick Nipper, that the sincere condolences are extended to the members of his family, to his wife Tammy, to his children, and his brother, his sister, and other relatives and friends that are here today. In addition to this resolution, in the next session of the legislature, the 86th session, I will present legislation to dedicate this part of the Interstate 35 in memory of Senior Trooper Nipper. I'd like to make this presentation to Ms. Nipper this morning. On behalf of the state of Texas and all of your friends and family,
Thank you, Representative Shannon. Thank you for being present. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Don Metcalf. Over 3 different decades, the Metcalf family has been involved in helping ensure the people of the state of Texas and its visitors are aware of the sacrifices members of our department have made. The Metcalfs will forever hold a special place in the heart of members of the department. We appreciate everything they do and have done for us. Explain a little bit about what they do. I'd like to introduce Mr. Metcalf.
Ladies and gentlemen, together here today, gave the ultimate sacrifice of
You do. At this time, I'd like for the family to please come up and help us unveil the monument. I'd like to read the inscription in stone. We, the people of the state of Texas, acknowledge and thank Senior Trooper Thomas P. Nipper for the great sacrifice he made to keep the public safe. His efforts will stand the test of time. May God bless his soul. November 4th, 2017.
What up? Arms. As you were.
To conclude the program, we'd like to have Chaplain Carpenter again give us a benediction. Program, we would like to join us again at the time. We appreciate everybody coming out. Thank you very much. Be safe.
Okay, there we go. Michael, good to see you. So you're also a law enforcement officer, aren't you? Yes, sir. Thank you for your service. Good to meet you. Thank you. Thank you. Good to meet you. Yes, ma'am. My deepest sympathies to you all.
We're now family forever.
Anything I can do for you guys?
Yes, sir.
It is. She said it was a hot full of her than in the nursing home.
Len.